What's going on, everybody? Alonzo here with GulfCoastSmoke.com, and today we're making an easy and delicious taco burger. So I started thinking, what are all of my favorite elements of a delicious taco? I love that crunchy outer shell, that seasoned beef, the melty, delicious cheddar cheese, some pico de gallo, some avocado, probably some hot sauce. Let's put all those together and make a delicious burger. We're gonna start with 2 pounds of 80-20 ground beef. I like 80-20 because it has a nice fat ratio. Next, we'll put 1 pack of Taco Bell's original taco seasoning mix. And now we mix until everything is nice and incorporated. Once everything is nice and incorporated, you can see that there's a nice red color in here. Obviously, ground beef is red, but it's a little bit darker, but it's still that beautiful red. I smell all those taco seasonings. It already starting to smell like Taco Bell up in here. Now we're gonna take about 1/2 pound and just form this into a patty. There's no really right or wrong way to do this. I'm not too worried about it. It doesn't have to be perfect, but the way I like to do it is make them a little bit larger than the bun because it's going to shrink a little bit, and I just want it to look good for the presentation in the end. And once I'm done forming them, this is exactly what I'm looking for. B&B briquettes are nice and hot. Let's put them right into our slow and sear. Charcoal grate on. Now our burgers will go straight over the coals. We're going to work on getting a nice crust before we put these in direct. And after just a few minutes, we want to make sure we flip our burger over. You guys can see that it's getting a nice sear there, and I can smell all of those taco seasonings coming out. So this is going exactly the way I wanted it to. I would say that I was a little bit nervous. I wasn't sure if the seasoning was going to do what I wanted it to do, but I promise you that taco seasoning right now smells really strong, so I think this is going to be great. Now I'm at a point where I can spin this grate here. I don't have any gloves right now, but I can spin the grate really, really easily, and I can cook these indirect. So this is completely fine. Now I can sear off the other 2 burgers, and I can pull these away as well. They're obviously going to cook at a little bit different of a timeline, but that's completely okay. These can be for the kids. The other 2 will be for the wife and I. Now we've got the sear on our burgers exactly the way we want, and we just need these to continue cooking. I don't want there to be too much char on these. I do want a little bit of that great char flavor, but this is now going to sit indirect. That just means opposite of the hot coals. I'm going to put my lid on, and the vents are going to be right over where those burgers are. So that's going to allow all of that good charcoal flavor to come out and release right out of these vents, and all that heat is really just going to get these burgers nice and cooked. And of course, they're still going to stay extremely juicy. We're not drying them out because we don't have them over the direct coals anymore. And now we're just going to wait for that cheese to melt. But I do want you guys to drop a comment down below. What would you add to a taco burger if you were making it at your house? I know some people like tomatoes, onions, olives, a lot of other things. I'm curious to see what you guys would add. After about 15 minutes, you guys could see that the burgers are looking incredible. I'm actually going to ask my wife to get a quick pan over of these burgers because the color on them really is different than a normal burger. And that has everything to do with that taco seasoning. Like I told you guys, that nice deep red. And I promise you from here, you can smell that taco seasoning. I am getting so excited for these. We are going to be putting some cheddar cheese on these in just a second. And then we're just going to allow that cheese to melt. But for now, I'm going to ask my wife to get some pan over so you guys can hopefully see the awesome color in these burgers. And then we're going to get this cheese melted. Now it's time to put down that cheddar cheese. And about 5 minutes later, our burgers are nice. The cheese is extremely gooey. And that's all that we were looking for. So let's take these off, get inside, and make us a taco burger. To assemble our burger, we're going to start with the perfectly toasted bottom bun. I'm going to put down plenty of our spread here. This is a mixture of sour cream and hot sauce. Now I'm going to put down some perfect lettuce. I'm never going to forget that you guys roasted me for that chicken sandwich that one time. Next up is our delicious looking burger. We're going to top that with some fresh avocado. Next up, some pico de gallo, and now we're starting to get really messy. Last but not least, these are some strips of some fried corn tortillas. My wife made these while I was at work, and I tell you what, I came home and I almost couldn't stop snacking on them. We're going to put all of those chips right on top, and what the heck, let's put a little more of our sour cream. And now it's time to crown our taco burger. And that's all there is to it on this easy and delicious taco burger. Don't forget, we just thought of this idea in our head, went outside, used the kettle to put it together, and we're really hoping for great results. I already know that it smells outrageous, and I'm sure everything on this burger is going to be on point. Hopefully you guys are okay with the outro here. Our lights went out. Can you believe that? Our lights went out in the middle of the day. I ended up working around 3 hours of overtime, got home. We had to make this burger, and so now we're just improvising. I'm sitting at the dinner table, the kids are playing, wife's behind the camera, but let's get right into trying this burger. This thing is outrageous, but you guys know I can take a bite of this. The flavor and the bite on that taco burger is out of this world. Of course, the nice toasted bun, and then I get the crunch from those tortilla chips. The creaminess from the sour cream and the avocado is just truly on point. Of course, some delicious cheese, the pico de gallo. Everything just came together so well. And one of the things I want to talk about is that this burger truly does taste like a taco, and it has that seasoning in there. We use that Taco Bell seasoning, and we got everything that we wanted from that. So I was really scared. I even mentioned it earlier. I was really scared that we weren't going to get the flavor out of this that I was looking for, and I was dead wrong. That is enough seasoning for 2 pounds of beef. You don't need any more. You don't need any extra salt, pepper, nothing. The flavor is absolutely on point on this burger. If you guys have any other ideas for us to try a different burger, drop those in the comments down below. If you like our channel, subscribe, like, do all that cool stuff. Share it with a friend, whatever you want to do. As always, we really appreciate you guys tuning into this video. Thanks. And we'll see you on the next one.